Shannon, how concerned should Dallas be?
Hey, Skip, how you doing this morning?
Go ahead, gloat.
Why would I do that, Skip?
You know, you're the most obnoxious winner I've ever debated on national television.
Yeah.
You are, and it's okay.
What did I do?
I'm ready.
I
I'm
haven't even said
prepared.
it. Joe, he wouldn't even let me talk. Let me talk.
You're looking at me like talk, right? You wanted me to talk.
Let me talk, Skip.
You wanted me to hurt.
Jeez, it's not that serious. I love it.
Gloat. Get it out of your system. It's over.
I told you
Parade
what would,
tomorrow, right?
I told you what would
Rams
happen.
won the Super Bowl.
I was the only one of all the people that picked the games. Me and ED.
You remembered that he picked it also.
Me and ED, I talked him into it because he didn't want to do it at first.
You did. I congratulate you. Yeah.
Skip, you should be concerned. Because the thing that's concerning is that the Cowboys cannot control the ball like they once did. And now that they can't control the clock, it puts their worst unit on the field for extended periods of time, which is their defense. And Dak, and I kept telling you this, I said, Skip, let this thing go a little bit. I understand 16 games, 17 games, but you need to let this thing play out a little bit. Right now, he's 25th in the league in completion percentage and yards per attempt. So not only is he not as accurate as he was last year, a lot of that stuff is dinking and dunking. You know what? I'm asking, is Cole Beasley still on the Cowboys? We'll get to that later, Skip.
We will get to that later.
And I tried to warn you, Skip. The defense didn't get any better. I didn't see any additions that was going to drastically change the fortune of the Dallas Cowboys. Because here's the thing, like last year, they controlled the ball 35. They were number 2 in time of possession, number 23 now. And hence, that's why their record is what it is. So this should not come as a shock to you when you let a team do whatever they want. Also, I told you, I don't like to be one. I told you so, but I told you so. In last year's draft, the best quarterback went to the Rams. He just happened to fall into a situation where he had a head coach that didn't know jack about offense. But that's neither here nor there.
You did not tell me
I told you that on
that's
Friday.
The biggest bunch of
I
baloney
told you
I've
last
ever
week.
heard.
I told you last week. I said he's going. Hold on.
Last year you said Jared Goff's a bust.
No.
Stop.
I said he's going to show you
okay.
why the Rams traded up to take him number 1 overall. So let me get this right. The Rams had the best quarterback on the field yesterday. They had the best running back on the field yesterday. They had the best coach on the sideline yesterday. And they had a defense that made plays when they needed to. So they had 4 out of 5. I couldn't see how they could lose. Todd Gurley went berserk. Jared Goff was standing there. Oh, I said, stand tall, Jerry. Let me see you. Let me see your number. Oh, he was giving it to him. He was swinging that thing. Here's what should concern you, Mr. Bayless. They're 2-2 with Zeke. Don't think the NFL forgot about the suspension. Oh, this thing is still to be heard in court. So what happens if they say, Mr. Elliott, we're going to need you to go on Club Med for 6 weeks?
I wish Mr. Elliott had been on Club Med in the second half yesterday.
Don't do that, Skip.
I'll go with Alfred Morris in the second half.
Don't do that, Skip.
Yes, I'm doing
That's so unbecoming of you.
Oh, yeah.
That's so unbecoming of you.
It's the truth.
And I don't know what it is, but for some reason, Dak and Dez just cannot get on the same wavelength, Skip. I mean, he made a few plays early, but what I saw yesterday, that should be very concerning. You give up 5.4 a carry, and my guy Jared Goff, that's my new guy now. I like him. I like him a lot.
All of a sudden, he's on that band.
36 of 21, 255, 2 tubs. You should be very lucky. Because if they had done like they're supposed to do in the red zone, this was a 50-point ball game all over.
50-point game.
And I told you, that Tampa 2, that's a good defense if you have the lead. But the Tampa 2 worked at its absolute best when they had a Warren Sapp and Simeon Rice on the D-line. They had a Derrick Brooks and a John Lynch, and then you throw in Rondé Barber. They don't have that. The Colts had some success running this defense, but they had Freeney on one side, Mathis on the other.
So the Cowboys never had the lead yesterday, playing from behind the whole way.
Can I finish?
I must have seen a different game. I don't know.
They had the lead in the first half, and then they come out in the second half, they go punt, punt, INT. And the Rams go, touchdown, field goal,
nope,
field
you
goal.
Missed the first series. You missed it. Nope, you swept it right under the carpet. Rams got the kickoff in the second half, and what happened? Punt happened. Keep talking.
Cowboys went punt, punt.
They did.
Punt.
Tell me when it's my turn.
It's not your turn yet.
Okay.
I'm finished. I'm just getting warmed up.
I just want you to get your facts straight, and then we'll be okay.
The fact
Your
of the
opinions are all completely
The fact
off
of the
base.
matter is that you're 2-2. Fact of the matter is the Eagles are the best in this division. And my prognostication, they call me Sharpadonis.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, me and Nostra
Shannon, not
were
so sharp?
cousins.
Yeah.
So I'm Sharpadonis. Can I get my picking card back now? You took
Your
it last
credentials.
year.
I thought you lost your Hall of Fame
Can I get them
credentials
back now?
last year.
Can I get them back?
You picked the G-men, the Giants, to win the East. They're 0-4. Or now you say, are you going to revise history and you pick the Eagles to win the East?
No.
Okay.
I said the Eagles are. We asked this question last week,
okay.
and I went Eagles, Cowboys, Washington,
I think
Giants.
we were going to do it. We never did
We didn't
it
do
on the
it.
air.
But how
it's
about
okay.
this here? But
I'll give it to you.
I also said Cowboys aren't making the playoffs.
You did.
I said that.
They're 2-2.
And I said that. Oh, but
They're buried in the cellar. No, they're not buried in the cellar. The Giants are at 0-4.
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Roger
So
Goodell.
they're a game out of first, and they're not making the playoffs.
Hey, they
Okay.
say Roger Goodell. Oh, I got to up my jacket. They say Roger Goodell called Zeke yesterday. I ain't forgot about you and hung up.
I'm sure he has it.
And hung up on him. He said, I ain't forgot about you. Click. Go
When's
ahead.
it my turn?
It's your turn.
Thank you. Now, I'm wondering about your Hall of Fame credentials today because I thought you'd have better insight into what happened yesterday. But I will provide that now.
Okay,
Thank you very
go ahead.
much. I told you 2 Fridays back after the Thursday night showcase that the Rams gave us, Thursday Night Football, that this is a dangerous trap game for my Cowboys because I was way more on their bandwagon that Friday after Thursday than you were.
Yes.
You looked at me like, what? And I also told you that before the year, back in April, I looked down the schedule and I said, one easy game, Rams at home. This past Friday, I told you this will not be easy. It'll be a shootout, and we will be fortunate to win this if we can survive. But here's the problem I did not know on Friday. I thought Sean Lee would at least attempt to drag his wounded hamstring onto the field. He did not play. So, down my best player on defense by far.
DeMarcus Lawrence is your best player.
It's Sean Lee by far. You heard our coach who comes in here, you know, Rex's twin brother.
Yeah.
What did he say? What did he tell you?
Yeah, he said
years of coaching the Cowboys.
Yeah, but
he said Sean Lee is a freak. He's so good.
Did you watch Luke Kuechly and Bobby
He's
Wagner
really good,
yesterday?
but I'll take Sean Lee.
Did you watch Bobby Wagner last night?
He was good.
Okay.
Against a really, really
Don't do
bad
that.
team.
Don't do that,
Really
Skip.
bad team. So if you take away Sean Lee, and then you take away my starting cornerback that they signed as a free agent, Nolan Carroll, who's out with the concussion. And I thought because Anthony Hitchens, my second best linebacker, practiced last week for the first time with his broken knee, I thought he was going to play. Nope, he did not play. And poor Jalen Smith, he's a great story, but he just can't run. And I watch him and I just hurt for him because he can't run the way he did at Notre Dame before he absolutely just wrecked his knee. And they're rushing him back because they have no choice. And they're up against the #1 offense. And this is what I swept under the carpet on Friday because it was scaring me and I didn't want to bring it up because I thought I would jinx myself. But the Rams had 10 days to rest and recuperate to play at Jerry World.
Yep.
My Cowboys were coming off the classic road Monday night battle at Arizona, a former arch rivals of theirs.
Yes.
And it went to the last drop, and they survived it. And then you got to get back up to play the #1 offense without your best defensive player and your best pass rusher, David Irving, who, by the way, is now eligible to come back. Nope, it's David Irving. It's not even close. But David Irving will be back for Aaron Rodgers next Sunday. Thank you very much for that. So, what happened in the first half, Mr. Sharp? I saw last year's Dallas Cowboys tour de force. You said, oh, they can't control the ball anymore. And I saw 81 yards in 15 plays. That'll work.
That'll work.
And guess what? I saw 75 yards in 9 plays. That'll really work.
Really work.
And I saw first half time of possession, 18 minutes for Dallas Cowboys, 12 minutes for the best offense in pro football. That will really work. That's how you win that game.
Game was over?
Nope, it wasn't. So I tweeted a couple of times in the first half, I don't know if they can hang on because they played on Monday night and the Rams are rested and recovered. So it's going to be a war of attrition in the second half. And I even tweeted the old Lombardi quote. You know it well. Fatigue makes cowards of us all.
Are you saying the Cowboys
I'm
are
saying
cowards?
they ran out of gas. And you can call them cowards if you want because I could not recognize them in the second half. But I will give you this. The defense came out and made one quick stand against the Rams offense, and it forced, would you believe, a punt.
The only one.
So now the Dak attack that had been so dominant with 287 first half yards against that. Listen, that Ram front seven, that's no joke. With Wade Phillips coaching them, they have 5 first-round picks in the front seven.
Yep.
They got the best defensive lineman in football. You can have J.J. Watt if you
want Aaron Donald?
I'll take him. I will. And I'll take Brockers was everywhere yesterday, throwing his hands up. Yep. And all of a sudden, that script really got flipped because Dallas gets the ball back, and it's 3rd and 11 at their 29, and this is the ball game for me. This is the turning point. Dak throws a strike right here to 88. And he did this again, like this. He threw up the X trying to make the catch, and it just hits him right in the hands. Listen, it's a momentum saver. It's where you're in control of the football game. It's 24-16. If you take it to the house and all of a sudden it's 31-16, what's Shannon thinking in his living room? Uh-oh, I got a problem tomorrow. And he dropped it.
That's not an easy catch, Skip.
It hits him right in the hand. And he started off, he made a catch off of, it was off, Dak had to spin out and throw it, and it was like a broken play. But did you see him? He gives the Michael Irvin crouch first down like the old days. And I'm thinking, maybe this is Dallas. Maybe he's coming out party. No. So now back to your point. What happened to Cole Beasley? You know what the league has figured out? He was their leading receiver last year. Yards, catches, little measly Beasley was.
Yeah.
So guess what they're doing? They're doubling him every play. Guess who else I saw them double a lot yesterday?
Who?
The big guy, number 80, the guy you can outrun. That's
you talking about Jason Witten,
yes.
82?
Yes. So they're taking away Jason Witten, and they're taking away Cole Beasley just like Arizona did. Arizona said, you can't have him and you can't have him. But you can have 88 all day long because 88 can't run. You know it, and I know it. And 83, T. Will, I don't know. So he comes and he goes. He comes and he goes. But they still hung on, and yet the offensive line started to get its golden tail whipped. And they started to lose both lines of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They couldn't protect Dak in the second half, and they couldn't get after Jared Goff at all. He just stood in the pocket and just riddled them, right?
Yep.
And so what's the game breaker? What's the play of the game? It's 53 yards to Todd Gurley, who caught 7 balls for 94 yards. Help me out here, Mr. X's and O's across from me.
Yes.
Who would have Todd Gurley out of the backfield every time? Every time. Who would have him? Help me out. How about Sean Lee?
Yeah,
nobody can guard better than Sean Lee at that position. I think he's better than Kuechly, and I have nothing but respect for Kuechly. He would have had him every time, and there's no way that Todd Gurley's going to get loose right up the gut for 53 yards against Sean Lee. It's not going to happen.
It would have happened.
It would not have happened. He's it. He's the quarterback of the defense. He knows all, sees all. He can move. He can anticipate.
He got another one.
Did you see Jeff Heath take the wrong angle and just fall on his butt?
He slipped again? Remember, he slipped
again. He slips every game.
You remember
He's
against
slipping
the Broncos.
down the board.
You remember there's a reason why he was a backup the past 2 years, Skip. But you thought it was because he needed his chance to shine.
Well, he picked off Aaron Rodgers twice. One got canceled. Well, but he caught it.
No, he did not.
He
Doesn't
did.
count.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.